Did you know that there are things you can look at and know that you have a mature partner? I just thought of talking about those things we have to look at and know and appreciate that we have mature partners in our lives, just in case you have one. Number one, he or she will respect you even when they are in a higher position than you. It could be financially, it could be politically, it could be anything. Let me give an example. When it comes to us ladies, when you have more money than the man, there's where you feel like you're in charge. You're the man of the house. It's you who has to say it all. It's you who has to make, to make orders around. It's you who has to make decisions in that home. So if you have a woman who is in a higher position financially than you, but she still respects you as her husband, she still gives you, she's still submissive, my darling, you have a mature partner and you should be appreciative. So when someone respects you, even with their positions, they put these titles aside and say, my partner needs to be respected. Besides being a politician, I'm a father at home, I'm a husband to this, I'm a partner to this woman, I have to respect her. That person is so mature. The other thing we shall look at and know you have a mature partner, they'll cut off all friends, males or females, who threaten your relationship. Let me give an example. You can be having a wife who somehow finds it is insecure or is jealous and is like, there is something I feel about that. There is a way I feel every time you tell me you're going to meet her. There is something about that friend of yours. I do not trust her. I feel like maybe her intentions are not clear. Maybe she, and before you know it, men do not listen. And before you know it, that woman has taken you. So if your woman is scared about a certain friend of yours who is a woman, she feels for herself, she feels like this lady might take my husband or might take my fiance or my boyfriend. If this man is reasons and is like, let me leave this one for this one, let me leave this friend of mine to keep this relationship, to make her feel secure, my darling, you have a mature partner. It can be both ways. It can be a male, when it's me who has a friend who threatens my husband, who threatens him, who puts him in the position to feel like he can take her anytime. If I cut off that friendship for him, my darling, I'm a mature partner. Hey, the other thing, they will always admit when they are wrong. It takes maturity for someone to admit when they are wrong. People feel like some of us were just born, should I say, with ego, with pride, and you're like, even when they are wrong, they want you to apologize. Even when they are wrong, they will act around until you just feel like you're tired of fighting and wearing a frowning face, and you're like, let me let it be. He or she won't apologize, I know them. So if you have someone who always accepts and apologizes when they are wrong, my darling, thank God, you have a mature partner. The other thing we can look at and know you have a mature partner is they'll not keep bringing back the things you apologized for in the past. My darling, it takes maturity for you to know that, this person apologized about this, and after a year they've done it again. An immature person will bring up something you apologized for 1,000 times at any opportunity they get. They'll be like, but me, I know you did it. Yeah, that's how you did it. That's how you did it. No. And they will nag a lot. Immaturity. They will nag a lot. So if you have someone who doesn't bring up history, to keep bringing back history in every misunderstanding, they keep bringing up history, whatever things you apologized for, and you acted, you really changed, they won't bring it back, my darling, you have a mature partner and you should thank God for that person. The other thing you can look at and know that you have a mature partner is a mature person, a mature partner will always reassure you that they love you during tough times, and they will promise to be there, that they're not going anywhere. It takes maturity. Let me give a small example. It's men who always think we women, we want their money. We came for the money, you know. So it takes a mature lady to keep reassuring this man that you love him, even when he doesn't have that much money like he had before. Even when, life throws everything at him and he feels he's not man enough anymore. And you're there and you're like, I'm going to be here with you. I'm going to stand with you. I still love you like before. I'm not going anywhere. It takes maturity. And vice versa. Whatever we might be going through as women, we also need reassurance. And it only takes mature men to keep doing that, to prove to us that they're not going anywhere. There is that confidence it brings. There is that comfort it comes with when you keep reassuring your partner that you are going to be there through it all. The other thing, you look at and tell that you have a mature partner. They won't pressure you into doing things you're not comfortable with. It takes maturity for you to understand that to actually accept that this person has values, that they have values in their lives, and if I push them to do this, it's against their beliefs. Or they don't want to do this. If I do this, if I push them to do this, they won't do it wholeheartedly because they do not want. They'll do it just to please me, but they do not want. So if this person is like, you know what, darling, I thought it's okay for you to do this, but if it's okay, and peacefully, when they're not mad, when they're not holding any grudges, with a free heart, it's okay. Let's leave it. I thought it's okay, but to me it's okay, so I thought it would be okay with you. But since it's not okay, it's okay. We can let it pass. It takes maturity. The other thing we look at until you have a mature partner, they'll keep checking on you to be sure you are well, out of responsibility. There is this, let me give an example. There is this checking on someone because you want something from them. Let me give an example. There are women who only call their husbands, oh darling, are you fine? And know that just because they promised her some money. He promised her some money, Then there is me, I'm giving an example. Then there is this other person who just keeps checking on him. I'm not expecting anything from him, but I just want to check, is he fine? Are you fine? If you traveled, did you reach safe? It's out of responsibility that you're checking on that person. You're not asking for anything. You're not using this care you're giving at a particular moment because you're expecting something from them in return. No. That means that person is doing it out of responsibility and maturity. The other thing we look at until, actually it's the last thing I think we look at until you have a mature partner, they won't try to confuse you with lies when they already know the truth. They'll instead admit and tell you their why. There are people who wrong us. There are partners who wrong us. And then they play around with your brain and show you that, to show you that there is nothing wrong they did. And if this person is so good at telling lies, you might as well believe maybe they're telling the truth. So it takes maturity for someone to try not to confuse you and be like, I'm sure she might be suspecting something, or he might be suspecting something. So instead of confusing her with most stories when I'm lying, let me tell her the truth and explain myself why I did so and so. Let me give an example. Since I'm counseling, I'm counseling people in relationships and all that. You get a man who comes to you and is like, I cheated on my wife, but I regret it. And this person is not afraid to open up and apologize and say, you know what, I felt pushed. I felt like you don't care or love me anymore, but I'm sorry.